us. We got Scott Baio. I don't know if does anybody still call you Chachi? Because that's what I remember. You always be, yeah, you always gonna be Chachi to me, man.
Just old farts like you.
Just old guys like myself. That's awesome. I mean, that was one of the most amazing shows. That sitcom was just amazing. Are you still friends with any of those guys?
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Queens. I was born in Queens. I went to high school in Flushing. I went to high school in Massapequa, Long Island, and now I live in Manhattan.
Where in Queens?
Flushing.
My mother's from Astoria. I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, my mother's from Brooklyn. My mother's from Brooklyn, and I'm from Astoria. She's from Williamsburg.
Nice. So good. We have a lot in common, and your humor kills me. See, people that come here, they have no idea what America is.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. People all over the world see what's going on and are praying for this country. The Democrats are the only idiots that don't get it. They can't figure it out. There are a lot of cab drivers that are Haitians here in New York City, and they all get it. When I was in the Tea Party years ago, who did I learn things from? I learned from the Russians, immigrants, and I learned from the Cuban immigrants. They were flipping out. They were so scared. They were looking at Obama saying, this guy is dangerous. I see a lot of immigrants here in New York City, and a lot of them get it. They're a lot smarter than the WE liberals.
Oh, you just taught me something. I'm happy to hear that. Because they won't let the Cubans in.
They totally get it, the Cubans. You know, Pitbull literally is telling people this is all nonsense. He said that what's going on, if Castro could have got his hands on this virus, he would have been the biggest dictator to ever. Would have made his life so much easier. And we need the celebrities to get it. I know in Hollywood it might be a little bit tougher, but you see some of the some of the basketball players are coming out. Which is amazing.
They're getting it. Some of the basketball players are getting it.
Yeah, you see Nicki Minaj come out. That was huge. We already know Kanye West, and we got a couple other people, Herschel Walker. I mean, these are celebrities that we need to come out and speak out. And you yourself, you're such a big voice. Yes. I mean, are you kidding me? That's what we need, because for celebrities to do it, you get blacklisted. You're like, I mean. Yeah. You handle it really well, but a lot of celebrities won't do it because they're afraid to do it. And it's a shame. And I bet you a lot of them even think like you do.
I think that I agree with you, and thank you. And I also think these parents at these schools that are fighting now, that the government is trying to call terrorists, these people are brave, and we should pray for these people, and we should support them in any way we can. But my bigger point is, I think what's happening, I think what's going on is this. If you said to a liberal, I'll give you two choices. You can vote for a Republican or the guillotine. They would take the guillotine.
I think so.
Because they cannot vote for a Republican no matter what. If it was Jesus Christ, they will not vote for a Republican.
On that same premise, if somebody said vote for a Democrat to take the guillotine, I'd take the guillotine too.
There you go. I mean, everybody is still
No, I'm only kidding.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
They will not vote for a Republican. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say the problem is the Republicans, they are so bad. We don't even want to vote for Republicans. So me personally, I think we need a new party. But if we're going to revamp our party, we have to start just condemning the Democrats, make sure we get rid of all the rhino Republicans. And when people come over, they vote for the Republicans that we choose to put in. Because otherwise, we're not going to have a party. And I don't even know how it works. People are leaving California that are Democrats. They're going to Texas, and then they're still voting Democrat because... Yeah. We keep saying that the Republicans suck too. So if we're going to say the Republicans suck too, why would a Democrat want to vote for a Republican? It doesn't, I wouldn't if I was a Democrat.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. But listen, I have this conversation all the time. I am the most conservative guy I know, right? And I'm supposed to be xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic, every phobic, whatever phobic you want to put
claustrophobic.
I'm supposed to be all of that. And the fact of the matter is, I don't care. I don't care what your life is. Live it. I'll hang out. Listen, we just had dinner with Caitlyn Jenner the other night. I love her. We had a great time, and I knew when she was Bruce. And now it was Caitlyn. And I'll hang out with anybody as long as you're a good person. I genuinely, my heart, don't care what your lifestyle is. Just leave me alone and live your life. Don't push it on.
Yeah.
And that's how I've lived.
We feel the same way.
Same way, yeah, exactly.
The liberals are the people that are sexist, racist, bigots, and homophobes. They are.
It's all projection. They project their character onto whoever they talk to. It's the craziest thing, and they get away with it too.
Hey, it's really hard. It's really hard to tell Toots is from New York, isn't it? I knew just as soon as you heard his voice, you're like, he's a New Yorker, man. It's
I lived in Manhattan in 2003 and 4, and people either loved me or they hated me because of the accent.
Oh, we love this. We love Southern girls in New York. Are you kidding me?
I didn't know that.
You're from Brooklyn, Scott, so you say Earl. My grandmother said Earl. And Turlet. They said Turlet, right?
Turlet.
The Turlet, not the toilet. The Turlet.
Are you Italian?
I'm half Italian. My mother was Italian. She's from Brooklyn, and my father was Lebanese.
Lebanese.
Lebanese. He was from New Bedford, Fall River.
Do you all have something you'd like to ask Toot Sweet? You're a huge fan too.
I'm a huge fan. Well,
yeah.
no, I know you. After that, you did the Joni Loves Chachi. I know that was the spinoff of Happy Days. How was that? Did you have fun on that? What was your most favorite? Was it Happy Days? Was it Charles in Charge? Was it Joni Loves Chachi? Which was your favorite one?
Well, I'm going to give you an answer. All of them had. Joni Loves Chachi was a disaster for a lot of reasons. I shouldn't have done it. But Happy Days was my favorite because of what I learned. Charles in Charge was my favorite because it's good to be the boss. I did see that run a couple of years ago for 3 years, which was a ton of fun. Diagnosis Murder was a great experience. It's hard to say, but I guess I would have to say Happy Days because I guess I learned everything from that show. I learned everything from Gary Marshall.
You grew up on it. You literally grew up.
That was great. Yeah, we all grew up on that. I mean, we all were kids when that came out.
How old were you when you first went on Happy Days, your first episode?
15.
15 years old. So you were there right from the beginning. What about Ralph Mouth? I used to like Ralph Mouth. He was probably one of my favorites.
Donnie's a good guy. I like
He
Don.
was good, right? What was it, Donnie Most?
No, I'll tell you something about Donnie Most. If in life, when we were doing that show, Donnie in life was Fonzie.
Really?
And Fonzie was Ralph Mouth.
Wow.
Henry, not Ralph. Henry was more. Henry is a bit of a nerd, and I love him. He is not the Fonz. He's a very funny, very smart nerd, and he'll tell you that he is. He's Donnie always had the cool car, always had the hot girls. He just always came in dressed nice, and I thought, this guy's Fonz. Anson Potsy, I love Anson. He's a great guy. But Donnie was cool. Donnie was always came in with the beautiful clothes. I remember he had a 70 something Cougar convertible. It was green, and I thought that is slick. That's a slick car. So anyway, that's. And
what about Richie? What happened to Richie to see?
Very talented. Always wanted to be a director. You could tell. And I never. I didn't warm up to him that much. I mean, I liked him. I think he liked me. I don't think he likes me anymore though. But nice man. He's a nice man, and very liberal but nice.
And then of course you had Al.
The best.
Who I love Al.
Best guy
he was on the Odd Couple. I loved Al. He's great.
The best guy. He died a couple of years ago. The best guy ever. I loved him. So I'm gonna
go ahead.
No, go.
The guy who was the second Al, wasn't that Miyagi from
he was
or was it not?
He was Arnold.
He was the first one.
He was Arnold.
Yeah,
Arnold.
First one.
He was Arnold. That was the first one. Then Al came in after.
Al did most of the shows.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to screw up this story a little bit. So Al is from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and somewhere in there, and his father was a politician of some sort, local politician, very, very popular. Al was going to be a politician of some sort, but they had a relationship with Don Amici, the actor, famous actor, and Don Amici talked Al into becoming an actor. Something with Don Amici and Al Molinaro.
Nice.
I thought it was just a great story.
Yeah,
I loved Al.
He was great on The Odd Couple. Remember, he was married a cop on The Odd Couple.
Of course,
He was brilliant.
one of my
Yeah, that
favorite
was great.
shows
So,
of all time.
you know, Scott, before you go, we want to promote your foundation.
Thank you.